Welcome to this explainer for Tales of Demons and Gods, Episode 1. We're jumping straight into the breakdown of the thrilling first chapter of this absolutely incredible do-over story.
So, picture this. You blink, and suddenly, you're sitting right back at your old childhood school desk. Wild, right? But here's the real kicker. You've kept every single one of your future memories. All those hard-earned skills, all that knowledge of exactly what's going to happen in the world, it's all locked right there in your head.
Well, that's exactly what happens to our main character, Ni Li. He wakes up from what he totally thought was death, only to find himself chilling in his old classroom in Glory City. And guys, this setting is incredibly important. Glory City is literally the last known human settlement to survive these massive worldwide beast attacks. In his past timeline, Ni Li had to watch this entire city and everyone he loved get completely destroyed by those monsters. So waking up here, it's this overwhelming mix of absolute miracle and a massive shock.
But hey, that warm, fuzzy nostalgia? Yeah, it doesn't last very long. The brutal social hierarchy of this world hits him right in the face immediately. His elitist teacher, Shen Shu, is actively segregating the room based on money and noble status. She literally shoves the poorer students to the back, loudly calling them futureless, while the wealthy noble kids get all the respect and prime front row seats. I mean, she's openly telling the kids in the back to just accept their lowly place in life.
But Ni Li, who has the mental toughness of a guy who's literally fought a lifetime of wars, is just not having it. He refuses to be disrespected. He stands right up, talks straight back to the teacher, and drops this massive declaration. He says he won't just pass, he's going to become the absolute strongest demon spiritualist and marry Yi Ziyun, who just so happens to be the wealthiest, most beautiful noble girl in the class. And, as you'd guess, the whole room just bursts out laughing at him.
The teacher just mocks him relentlessly, and she uses the world's strict power hierarchy to try and put him back in his box. Basically, to even matter in this world, you have to be a demon spiritualist, a warrior who channels spirit beast power. And you've got to climb these very specific ranks: bronze, silver, gold, black gold, all the way up to legend. She completely trashes his dream because right now, Ni Li is at the absolute bottom tier.
This whole argument leads to an absolutely insane, seemingly impossible bet. She challenges him on the spot. Ni Li has exactly 2 months to reach the bronze rank, just 8 weeks. If he doesn't hit that milestone, he has to willingly drop out of school forever. And keep in mind, going from 0 to bronze in 2 months is basically unheard of, especially for a kid with 0 resources.
Now, to really grasp how wild this bet is, we gotta look at the massive resource gap here. While Ni Li makes this crazy gamble, his rich, arrogant rival, Shen Yu, who's also trying to win over Yi Ziyun, is out casually browsing for a 60,000 coin suit of armor just to show off. Meanwhile, Ni Li checks his pockets and realizes he has exactly 5 coins. 5.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question, right? How in the world does a completely broke underdog fund a 2-month power leveling sprint? You need serious resources, expensive herbs, and premium gear to rank up that fast. 5 measly coins is definitely not going to cut it.
Well, he leans into his absolute biggest advantage, his knowledge of the future. Ni Li rounds up his buddies and drags them into a super dangerous forest for a dedicated 7-day hustle. Day 1, they head out. Days 2 through 6, he takes those 5 coins, buys basic materials, and mixes up this highly specific chemical poison. They coat their crossbow bolts with it, which lets his low-level squad instantly drop these heavily armored horned sheep, without even putting up a real fight. By day 7, they farmed so much that they cash out at the market for massive life-changing profits. It's a total game changer. But honestly, the cash is just step 1. While they're out hunting, Ni Li runs into a girl named Ninger, who's secretly training in the woods. Now, he knows from his past life that Ninger had a tragically awful fate, eventually fleeing to the forest and never coming back because of this mysterious condition called the Arctic disease. He takes one look at her and instantly diagnoses it. He realizes her training methods are all wrong, causing her body to literally freeze up and put her in agonizing, burning pain every single night.
This is where Ni Li truly flexes his future wisdom to change her destiny. He gives her a complete 3-step cure. First, he fixes her flawed energy technique. Then, he prescribes the exact herbs she needs. And finally, he performs this specialized Dalian massage, an ancient therapy to clear blockages, over 3 days. It instantly targets the trapped energy, completely relieves her pain, and basically saves her life.
And the payoff for him stepping up? Oh, it is highly entertaining. The very next day, an incredibly grateful, fully cured Ninger walks right into class and hands Neely a homemade lunchbox in front of everybody. The class is dead silent. And Shenye, the rich rival who thought he completely owned the social ladder, he is boiling with jealousy seeing the poorest kid get that level of attention from an elite noble. So the classroom tension is absolutely off the charts now, and to make it even juicier, there are secret school inspectors hiding in the shadows, evaluating everyone. Teacher Shen Shu senses an opening to finally crush Neely, especially since he's actually fallen asleep during her lecture. I mean, he already knows the material, right?
She goes for the ultimate humiliation. In front of the whole class and those hidden inspectors, she throws out this insanely complex pop quiz on advanced inscription patterns. She fully expects him to crash and burn, proving once and for all that the poor kids belong at the bottom of the barrel.
But Neely? He doesn't even break a sweat. He delivers an absolute masterclass. Not only does he answer her ridiculously hard question flawlessly, but he takes it a massive step further. He proves that the master textbook sitting in the school's library, the literal foundation of the elite's knowledge, is actually completely flawed and historically incomplete. Then, for the grand finale, he drops this devastating insult. He casually mentions that even ancestors make mistakes, and then boldly tells the teacher that her elite, sacred family should really stop stealing and plagiarizing other people's work to build their brand. Boom, he publicly humiliates both Shenye and the teacher, exposing the complete fraud behind their high status. It's the ultimate mic drop. The whole class is stunned, the hidden inspectors are deeply intrigued, and Neely's reputation is instantly transformed. It sets up the rest of the story so perfectly. I mean, can these stuck-up elites possibly survive an underdog who literally knows all of their dirty secrets? What hidden knowledge is Neely going to exploit next to climb his way to the top? I really hope this explainer gave you a solid grasp of Episode 1 and leaves you wondering, how far will Neely go to disrupt this world next?